So I finally saw The Brutalist, which I swear it's a 2025 release. I live in a pretty big metropolitan area, and there was nowhere to go see this movie until January. So in my mind, I don't care what festival it played at. To me, that means it was a 2025 release, but whatever. It's up for the Oscar, possibly. And I had a very complicated relationship with this movie because although I liked it and I thought overall it is a good movie, I don't think it's quite on that level of Oscar material, at least for Best Picture. Well, I don't know. It deserves to be there more than some of the other nominees, but anyway, this isn't an Oscar video. It just feels like if anyone talks about this movie, they're talking about how it deserves to be Best Picture or whatever. A lot of people have compared this movie to Paul Thomas Anderson's work, specifically There Will Be Blood. And yeah, it is kind of like that style of movie in a way. And much like There Will Be Blood, it's a movie that I enjoyed, but I don't think I'm going to rewatch it very often. And for me personally, that is a big criteria when it comes to how much I liked a movie, is how often do I think that I will rewatch it. To me, if a movie is really good and really captivates me, then I'm going to naturally want to go see it again, preferably while it's still at the theater. Now, there are exceptions to that. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but this movie, The Brutalist, I might rewatch it once more in my lifetime, and that might be about it. And again, that's not to say that it was a bad movie or anything. It's long. The intermission, it does have an intermission. It was much needed. And I don't know why they don't do that for a lot of movies that are really long, honestly. I mean, it got my ass out of the seat and over to the concession stand to spend money. So I don't see why theaters don't do that more often, especially if a movie is 2.5+ hours long. I know a lot of people that won't even go see a movie, especially at the theater, if it's over 2 hours long. Even for me personally, a movie has to really have a good reputation behind it, like The Brutalist, for me to go sit for 3.5 hours, even with the intermission. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn on this. I feel like it's being very overhyped, but at the same time, I did really like it, but I don't have a great need to go rewatch it. So I don't know, take with that what you will, and go check it out for yourself.